Hey lovelies, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, for clicking on this video to talk some makeup with me, because today, in a very timely manner might I add, because I'm so late to these usually, we're going to talk about my February favorites. There was some stuff that I loved during the month of February, and I feel like I got a lot of this early on in the month, even tail end of January to where I started using it in February, and have loved it pretty much all month long. So we've got a lot to talk about. If you're interested in seeing what worked for me to the point that made me love it so much, then just keep on watching. So I'm not going to go in any particular order. I always say that, but just kind of going to disclose no categories or anything like that. Let's first start off with lashes. I had included these in a haul that I did earlier in the month of February, pretty early on, I think. And these are the Ardell Naked Lashes. It's the style 421. This is what they look like up close. And I can't even tell you how much I love these lashes. I told you in the haul video as well that I was loving them, and this is no exception now that this is an official favorites video. These lashes, you guys, so there's a couple of things. Let me start with the con of these lashes. The band is so thin because they really are natural that when you have to pull off the residue, like the glue from the day before or whatever, you have to be so careful because they can tear. Although I have not had mine tear, I'm just saying you got to be careful. But that's the only con to these. You guys, these lashes are the types of lashes that when you put them on, it's kind of like it leaves people guessing. Are those your real lashes? Do you have lash extensions? Like, why do your lashes look so good? Because they certainly don't look like fake lashes. These are incredible, and they have quickly become my very favorite lash of all time, which says a lot because the Kiss Ritzy lash is, or has been, pretty much my favorite. Well, it's been bumped down a spot because these are so amazing. It says it blends seamlessly with Invisiband, and that's what I mean. The band is so thin, it just literally blends into your lashes, and I cannot tell you how amazing these are. If you are beginning into lashes, you know, just getting into them, or if you just don't like the look of super intense, and obviously you can tell, you know, when we're wearing fake lashes, these leave the guesswork there because you're like, is it fake or not? I can't tell. Anyways, the next item is not a new item, but I had only used it a couple of times when I first bought it, left it in my drawer. You know how it goes. You know you've had that happen to you. Come on, it's not just me. You rummage through your drawer and you're like, I'll use this. I haven't used it in a while, or I've hardly used it. And that was the case with this. This is the Anastasia Loose Highlighter in the shade Snowflake. The next two shades are too deep for me. Even the gold, which is, I think, what, So Hollywood? That one is too deep for me. The pressed So Hollywood is perfect. But anyways, so this is Snowflake. It is icy because it is a white type of highlight. But you guys, like, this is one of those that melts into my skin, doesn't sit on top of my skin, making it look like, oh, she's wearing highlight. No, this is very, very lovely. And I remember Tara Babies, I love watching her videos. She had posted that she loved this one so much, she bought like a couple of backups, but it is loose. That's one thing to consider, but it is just as you blend it in, and that's what I do. Like I go in a few times like that, just back and forth with my brush, and I hope that that comes across. A lot of times I can't tell till I edit the video because right here I'm like, I can't see anything. But it's right there, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. So I am a light to light medium neutral skin tone, and this suits me just fine. If I don't blend it in well enough, yes, you can tell that it's kind of icy, kind of light, but all it takes is a little blending, and it is so, so beautiful on the skin. Okay, let's move on to a spray. This is the Becca Skin Love. There's something about this spray that is absolutely mind-blowing to me, but I'm the person that likes to look like a glazed donut. I love my skin to look very, very radiant and dewy, and I mean, this just does it for me. It's infused with Glow Nectar Brightening Hydra Complex, so it makes me wonder if that's what causes it to be, I'm sure, causes your skin to be super glowy. It's called a Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. So I don't typically use it for priming. I only have ever used it for setting, and oh my goodness, it's the epitome of causing it all to melt together, of your skin to look radiant. This is just a win-win, and the smell is beyond incredible. When it first came out, I remember a lot of people saying they were turned off by the smell, that a lot of people don't like fragrance in their products, and I totally get that. If it's a good fragrance, I am all here for it, and this is right there with that. It's so amazing, and I got it on sale. Sometimes they'll put it, Sephora and Ulta will put it like at 40% off, and this, that's when I got mine. It's just incredible. I love it. Okay, where to go next? Let's go in with a couple of foundations. So this is also something I included in my haul early on in the month, and if I could tell you, let me just say this about this foundation. It's the foundation I have been using most frequently out of all, to include my high-end foundations. And this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, the dewy finish. This gives me the dewy finish that no high-end foundation has ever been able to give me. I love a good dewy finish. Why is that so hard to find? I found it in a $5 foundation, which blows my mind. I'm not super crazy about the scent, which I think is what a lot of people weren't crazy about either when this first came out. Because I remember people talking about how it smelled like paint and stuff. I don't know if I detect that it smells like paint, but it does have a strong scent that's not super amazing. So I'm in the shade Buff Bisque, and it is and I love that they put here, like on the little label, right under the name, they put what shade, what range, or what, I don't know. It says light, medium, neutral. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to convey to you. It tells you like the tone, I guess the tone and the undertone, whatever. Takes the guesswork out of it. That's one reason I've always hated buying drugstore foundations, because you're there at the store trying to figure out which one's your tone, which one, it's just too hard. You buy one, you take it back, and then you feel bad, then you exchange it for another, it still doesn't work, and then next thing you know, you're 4 foundations in, and the cashier's looking at you like, haven't you been here before to return something? Anyways, love, love, love that this came with that. Took the guesswork out of it, and I am mind blown. Obviously, it didn't need to get returned. This is the original one I picked up. On the note of foundations, I have not been a powder foundation girl for a very long time. Powder foundation is what I started with years ago when I first really started getting into makeup. I was allowed to wear a little bit of eyeshadow, and as time went on, could use a little bit of powder foundation. Anyways, so it's been years though since I've used powder foundation. I just prefer liquid. However, given that I am such a fan of the Stay Naked series by Urban Decay, I had to get the powder foundation, and let me tell you, I am absolutely in love with this foundation, not only because of the finish. It makes my skin look flawless. And here's what confuses me though. It's a powder, but like I can put cream products on top. I can put my setting spray. Like if I treat it as a liquid with all my products, it still looks beautiful. It doesn't budge. It doesn't slip around. It's not like bald spots all over my face, and it lasts all day. And y'all know, if you are a regular, that I can put makeup to the test. I put my makeup on before the sun even comes up, and I take it off. So it's usually going on my face at around 5:30 in the morning, and I typically don't take it off until about 6:30 or 7 o'clock at night. So I give makeup a run for its money. This is no exception, and I'm just so surprised. So what I do is I put this on with a big fluffy powder brush. I just go on, I dab, I put my forehead, I do this cheek, I do that cheek. Anyways, then what I do is this is supposed to be like a little charcoal infused sponge. I go in with this and grab some, and this adds it in a little more concentrated way, and I put it on the little spots where it need a little extra, and it does the job of a liquid foundation. I don't know how it confuses me, but I love this as much as I love the liquid foundation of the same lineup. So just saying. All right, let's look at a couple of highlighters that, quite frankly, have replaced favorites of mine from a high-end perspective, which again blows my mind. How is this even possible? And these are the Wet n Wild Hello Halo. I can't even tell you the excitement I get from using these. I've never encountered or never had this kind of feeling for drugstore products. And these have the intensity that most high-end don't. and they're $5. Again, what? But I know Wet n Wild has always been super affordable and have only gotten even better with time. But my favorite of the two is Highlight Bling, because it's a little icier, which causes it to stand out even more. Afterglow, which I'm editing the name a little bit there, but is also beautiful. It's a little bit more gold. And so I feel like it still has that strong sheen, but it doesn't have as much of a pop. Also, the other side is kind of like what you could consider a blush topper because they have a very strong sheen. I have been using them as a blush. I love a good sheen in my blush, and so I've literally just been using it like that and have loved it. So here is Highlight Bling. Beautiful. I just, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying to come across such an amazing product at such an amazing price. Let me give you the Afterglow shades as well, in case you're a little bit of a deeper skin tone than I, and you're curious as to what they look like. You just, quite frankly, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. When you get such an amazing product for the price, you're like, I'm sorry, Sephora or Ulta who? Anyways, so that's what those look like. Absolute loves, and honestly, I really do see myself loving those for months to come. Okay, let's get into nail polish. So I have not bought a regular nail polish in a very long time. I typically go the gel route and I do my nails at home, but I'm horrible at keeping up with my nails. It's just not something I usually pick at them, peel them. They're usually short and just stumpy and ugly. Anyways, but I have been trying, and I'm so sorry because they look super tacky right now. But anyways, we'll get into that later. But so yeah, the times I don't like doing my nails. So the gel route allows me to like do them and they last for a week before I have to do them again, before they get all chipped and ugly. Regular nail polish on me doesn't even last 24 hours before it starts chipping and looking really ratchet. So anyways, but I was so in love with these two colors for Valentine's Day that Essie came out with, and these are also in my haul, if you watched that. But I have the shades Talk Sweet to Me and Unwrap Me. Unwrap Me is like a purple-pink duochrome, super metallic, and then Talk Sweet to Me is a beautiful pink. It's like a rosy pink, and it's a cream. And this one, again, it's metallic. It is just absolutely beautiful. And I can't even tell you, I had forgotten how much I love Essie. I have a very light blue that I used years ago to go watch Cinderella, the live action one. And I forgot how much I love this formula. This formula stays on my nails, and every day I'd basically a little ticker on, okay, another day went by and I pretty much don't have any chips. Well, that was with the pink one. With the purple one, I experienced the same, but then what I did was I went in with a gel clear top coat, which is why my nails are like this. I can't, I'm gonna have to really soak them in nail polish remover. Oh my gosh, you guys, it lasted so long. I can't even. These were well worth the money. I am so happy with them. And I'm just going to really rotate these out, but to the point where I want to go back and get a couple more, not from this lineup, but from the brand in like a nude, and amazing, mind blown. When it comes to things like that I already know it's a given things aren't going to work for me, I'm just always so happy and impressed when something really does work for me. So let's go ahead and move on to a few eyeshadow palettes. So this palette I had purchased in December, I think. It was in my palette extravaganza, although I couldn't really talk on it much because I hadn't used it. It's the Colourpop Whatever palette. Okay, it took me till February to use it. I don't even know. I was looking through my stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't used this yet. I just want to use it. What? I mean, no, you guys, no. If you are into these types of shades and you don't already own this palette, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to purchase it. It's so incredible. It's so richly pigmented. I have gotten so many compliments on how my eyes pop, my eye color pops with this tone, or with these tones. I am speechless. This palette, I would rank in my top 10 at this point, or my even possibly my top 5. It's so incredible. It's so rich in pigmentation. I just, even the mattes, which a lot of times Colourpop will be a little bit more dry on the mattes. Not this palette. It's ridiculously pigmented. And I can't even tell you how much. Oh, just wait till you see this. Ooh, dusty there. That was one swipe, you guys. That was one swipe. I mean, there's no need for me to tell you that I love this anymore because obviously it's apparent. I actually had several favorites for eyeshadow palettes, so I'm going to start speeding it up a little bit. Okay, next favorite is the Too Faced Natural Nudes. Natural? Yeah, Natural Nudes. I did a review on this, and I was absolutely stunned that I loved this that much because I'm not typically a neutral type of girl. I love bright colors. I love pops. I love neons. I love just fire. Fire on my eyes. And so neutrals I do like. I won't buy them all up. It's not like I eat it all up, you know? This somehow, this palette is absolutely incredible. I love the theme. The thought behind it is amazing. It kind of ties into the Born This Way foundation shade lineup. So the intent is that there's pretty much something for everyone in here. These are designed to suit, you know, multiple skin tones based on certain foundations. Just, I don't know. The whole aesthetic of it is absolutely stunning. So let me start you with the cover. So this, I believe, is supposed to be like the different shades of the Born This Way foundation. It's a cardboard packaging. So if you are high into, you know, eliminating the plastic and really into cardboard, more for, you know, environmentally friendly, that is that. It's very thin, lightweight, travel friendly, but still feeling like good quality. These are some of the softest mattes that I have felt in my lifetime. I can't even tell you. Like, honestly, I just want to sit here and just kind of rub the eyeshadows all day. Just, they are so silky smooth. They feel like a silk pillowcase or something. They're so easy to work with, so easy to use, and I feel like, I don't even know if this is going to come across to you in the way I explain it, but I feel like when you swatch these, they are so smooth. They look like a cream. There is, I do remember the description saying that there is a, I think there's an ingredient in here. So one, it has hyaluronic acid, which I didn't know that hyaluronic acid could go in eyeshadows, but apparently it can. But I think there's also an ingredient that like smooths your skin, that makes it look a little more flawless, which again, I mean, it's going on your eyes and not your face. But I guess we need our eyes to look flawless too, right? Oh my gosh. Highly recommend, especially if you are into neutrals. This is a can't miss product. Oh my gosh, I love it, love it, love it. Along those same lines, I'm just going to tell y'all, I loved the face palette. This has been such a favorite that I have been using it on the regular, and quite frankly, this glow highlight, which is the one that I thought would be the subtle of the two, is so amazing. So amazing. Gosh, Too Faced, y'all are just doing it right this time. I'm happy. I like this middle powder. I've seen, not a lot of people, I've seen a few people say that it really didn't do much for them. That I like how it makes my skin look. I think it adds a very smoothing, very pretty look to my skin. I'm happy with it. The Dazzle is what I thought would be that like Natasha Denona diamond powder that really flips it up a notch. And what's funny is that that one, I really have to dig. Like, I have to grab my brush and dig because not a whole lot of product comes out. So anyways, so there's that. It's pretty. It's not stunning. This one, it's funny because the one that I thought was going to be kind of boring and subtle is the one that's stunning, and this one is not so much. I love it. The whole presentation, it looks very luxurious. I'm so happy with this product. I love it. Definitely a love. Okay, let's move on to another palette that I think is going to be, I feel like by me saying this is a favorite that, I mean, but if you've seen my review, you already know I love this. So many people, I feel like I can't even talk. This palette has gotten so much hate. No one likes it. It's the Melt Millennial Pinks. I love it, but that's just me. I love the Subculture palette too by Anastasia Beverly Hills back in the day. I guess I just like to go against the grain. Heck if I know. But this, to me, is the pink palette of my dreams. It performs great for me. Everything I'm seeing, like everyone hates it because it's not pigmented, it's dry, it's Melt's worst quality palette. I'm like, oh, well, I'm glad I didn't have that experience. First off, the packaging is sensational. It's the most beautiful shade of pink. It's got the little raised geometric design. I don't even know if it's going to come across, but it's just so stunning to me. And the color scheme is everything I could want in a pink palette. It's actually what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I feel like I look short. Anyways, it's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and I love it. Yes, it's pricey, but for me it was worth it. For me it was worth it. Especially because, like, this shade of pink, it's called Flamingo Dream. I don't have anything like that in my collection. I really don't, and I love that. The one I'm wearing on my eyes is Ruby Star, and literally all I have to do is lightly swipe on the pan, go in and apply, and it looks so metallic. So pigmented. It's absolutely stunning. I love this palette. No. Again, I guess I like to go against the grain, but I'm just going to show you. I hope you... Look at these last two right here. I don't understand. Like, maybe people are getting bad palettes or something. I don't know. I feel like that's always the excuse, but for me, it's an absolute love, love, love. And I bought it on Valentine's Day because that's when it came out, and I love Valentine's Day, so I feel like it's extra special. Another palette that didn't fit in my little basket here, that is, you guys, if you pair the quality and the price and the fact that it's got pinks and purples and is everything Valentine's Day, you guys, the Profusion Lovestruck palette is amazing. Okay, I feel like I had to rearrange the camera a little bit because I was feeling kind of short. Anyways, the Profusion palette, sensational. I can't believe I passed this by the first time. I walked by it at Walmart. They were just putting it out, and I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. Went home, couldn't stop thinking about it for a day. Went back, and they still had some. They had sold a lot, but they still had some. This is so incredible. If you love pinks, purples, there's something for everyone, and I love the glitters in here. There's like a baby pink, baby rosy pink. There is a magenta pink, and there is a purple with different flecks of sparkle of different tones, I guess, different colors. This performs as perfect as every other Profusion palette, and it has gotten quite a lot of use from me for the month of February. Let's just say that I really got my money's worth out of this palette, and I haven't even basically dipped into the surface just because there is so much. And I think this is probably one of the very best drugstore purchases I have ever had. I'm running out of space here. Oh, just wait till you see this, you guys. Oh my gosh. Can you? Oh, I'm so sad. I did like horrible swatch. Let me get up to the camera. Up close and personal. Gosh, can you see? Okay. I'm gonna have to there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. This is beautiful, amazing. If you can get your hands on this palette, I highly, highly recommend it. All right, y'all, I am down to the last product. So, I love Pat McGrath lipsticks. I have one set of the I had one set of the minis, and love it. But then, I think it was in January, they came out, or she came out with 2 additional sets, in that the casing or component, whatever it's called, has has just different pretty colors on the outside. They're so pretty. Well, this is the set I wanted first. The other one's still on my loves list. And on was it on Valentine's Day? No. On our Valentine's date, which was a few days later, I opened this up because I was like, okay, there's a color in here I want to use. All right, I have not been able to stop using this little trio because these shades, along with her formula, is absolutely mind-blowing and, yes, life-changing. I had somebody once comment, like, really? That's life-changing? You know what? Yes, it is. It is life-changing. At least to me it is. Anyways, so there's 3 shades in here. It's Guinevere, Guinevere, Elson, and Fever Dream. Let me put some swatches on my hand so that you can see. I just can't even tell you. They glide on so creamy, and I love that they last on your lips for a while. So, so beautiful right there. I can't get over it. Like, there's something, and I think also this is a claim for this product, like it's supposed to smooth your lips and kind of make lines and stuff not as apparent, and for me it does just that. These last on my lips for quite a while. For as soft and creamy as they are, you would think, okay, like they'll last for a couple of hours. Oh no. No, they last multiple hours on me, and a lot of times I'm having to kind of wipe it down so that I can eat. I don't like eating, and my lipstick gets all oily and gross, and anyways, but absolutely stunning. This set has been such a love of mine this month, and I really do think I'm going to pick up the other set during the sale, which is coming in April, by the way. So yes, love, love, love. Absolutely worth picking up. I highly recommend everything in this video, but that one too. Okay, my friends, this brings us to the end of February favorites. It's time to start March, and I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that there is a good amount of great makeup coming out in March. 2020, I have been more excited about makeup than I have in a while. I don't know, 2019 was kind of a slump for me in that, like, it was all looking the same. I just was really uninspired and unmotivated. I'm like, gosh, I just, no. And this year there's been stuff coming out that I'm like, yeah, I can get on board with all this. And it has kind of re-inspired me and rekindled my love for makeup. So I'm really excited to see what March brings along. Before I let y'all go, I do want to give you the verse of the day right quick, just in an effort to motivate you and encourage you. Because what would talking about makeup be without some encouragement in the form of a quick verse? So today's comes from Proverbs 2:6, and it says, "For the Lord grants wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding." I think it's absolutely beautiful. How amazing is that the creator of the universe would grant that. He's so amazing, and it's my prayer that if you don't already know him as your savior and very best friend, that you would come to know him. If you need prayer, I've told y'all before, just let me know in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to pray for you, as I already do though. Alright guys, I love each and every one of you, and I will see you in the very next video. Thanks for talking makeup with me today. Bye. Drop my phone.